Meeko, what do you think? Ripley's having a good time. You have a little bit of a stinky face. Look at you. Ripley, you're no hesitation. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning,
Hello.
Meeko and Ripley. Happy Giving Tuesday.
Oh, you too. Happy Giving Tuesday with two lynxes. What do you think, Ripley? Good morning, everyone. It is Giving Tuesday, and of course, this is the Wildcat Sanctuary. We are a rescue and sanctuary to 140 plus felines in need, and we are here this morning with recent rescues, Canada lynxes, Meeko and Ripley. And you might have seen our post this morning, you might have not, but we announced that along with Meeko and Ripley, we have welcomed 3 bobcats that were a part of the same rescue. Originally, we were hoping to place them at another accredited ethical facility, but as you know, in the sanctuary world, the small cat crisis is very real.
Hey, pretty girl.
And those 3 bobs are staying with us. They are still in formal quarantine at a pretty remote corner of the sanctuary where Wi-Fi is not always guaranteed, so we thought we'd come to you and talk about Giving Tuesday and those 3 bobs with, of course, Meeko and Ripley here. We have quite a few good mornings, Judson.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be joining our awesome Team TWS on Giving Tuesday. And for Meeko and Ripley to kind of be our ambassadors for Bonnie, Clyde, and Kaya, the 3 officially new residents. I think that's a good way of putting it. And happy to talk about how everyone's impact is going to leave a long-lasting effect on these cats.
Yeah, let's go to the other side since we're kind of in the alley here. Hi, Ripley.
You think I have a chicken piece hidden somewhere in my jacket, Ripley?
And we introduced Meeko and Ripley, what was it, about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago?
That's correct, yep.
Yep, so these 2 are pretty new to the TWS family, as are those other bobcats, Bonnie, Clyde, and Kaya. We'll be introducing them more today, so you'll get to know their personalities just like Meeko and Ripley. But I feel like this sums up these 2 pretty well. Ripley right up front, Meeko kind of hanging in the back. Ripley is a very forward lady, and she always wants to see what's going on. But, I mean, look at their winter coats. It shows how far they've come.
Yes.
You're thick and plush, Ripley, and that's a good thing. And Meeko's back there. What is Meeko up to? He's stalking us.
And yeah, Olivia, I think you're exactly right in talking how we just recently introduced these 2, and of course letting everybody know about the other 3, and with there being the potential to place them in another facility, the small cat crisis, knowing kind of what it is and how really much it's kind of strapping the rescue industry, that these 3 are indeed going to be calling the Wildcat Sanctuary their forever home. And as you guys know, we want to be able to say yes to every single cat. And obviously, we need to do that within reason. And certainly when we said yes, originally to these cats, we were prepared for them. You guys know, if you followed with this Minnesota rescue, that it was a lot of kind of back and forth with, unfortunately, the owner being able, given time, to actually be able to relocate animals. Coming back and there being a different amount, and during that back and forth process, us going forth with other rescues. And that means we love them nonetheless, but it also means that, we were, slightly unprepared for them, and maybe unprepared, not in terms of giving them care, food, things like that, shelter, but in terms of having a long-term, lifelong space for these cats. And so that's one thing we're talking about here on Giving Tuesday, is setting up these new rescues for the best life possible. And one thing that we're going to be having to do for Meeko, Ripley, as well as the 3 new wonderful bobcats, Kaya, Bonnie, and Clyde, they're going to be having habitats constructed for them next spring. So that's one of the things that we're going to be working towards here on Giving Tuesday. Of course, helping you meet these 3 bobcats, Kaya, Bonnie, and Clyde, and hoping that you guys will take them into your sponsor family, and really just highlighting the contrast that those 3 bobcats lived before coming to Sanctuary, and looking forward to what their life has in store, thanks to you all.
Yeah, that's very well said, Judson. And I think just also being here at Sanctuary, all of our cats, we want them to be appreciated and seen as the individuals that they are. And so I'm gonna share a little bit about each three. Again, we'll post more about them later, but the best way that you can help on Giving Tuesday, especially for those three Bobcats, is to sponsor them. And so that is a $300 a year commitment or $25 a month. And for those three, they do have three distinct personalities, just like every other awesome cat here. But we'll start with Kaya, since she is living alone. She's a single female Bobcat, and she is the spiciest gal of them all. She is definitely a very fiery Bobcat.
Yeah, Elise was one of the primary caregivers to those cats when they're in quarantine, and I think Elise, maybe sometimes loosely uses the word spicy. And she, when she said Kaya was spicy, she said, "No, I know I say a lot of cats are spicy, but Kaya is spicy." So she indeed is a bona fide spicy Bobcat.
Yes, and like you said, coming from Elise, then it's legit. If Elise is saying it's a spicy cat, then definitely spicy. And so Kaya is also a little bit different looking than the other two. She has a more brown coat, and she loves enrichment. I've seen her play with enrichment. She loves her food. And yeah, she's just a spicy gal, especially compared to the other two. Ellen asking how old are the three new Bobs? They're all around 2 years old.
Correct.
Yeah, so Kaya is also 2 years old, in that 2-year-old range. And she is living right next door to Bonnie and Clyde, who are living in a pair. And Bonnie and Clyde have pretty similar personalities, I would say. They're a compatible duo, wouldn't you say, Judson?
Yes, most definitely. And they were living together at this previous facility as well. So that was, also us kind of taking it upon ourselves to identify that these cats have lived with one another. They have a relationship, and we want to kind of maintain that for those two cats.
And they're not quite as pushy as Kaya, although, of course, they are Bobcats, so they have a spice of their own. But they love enrichment just like Meeko and Ripley here. Ripley is really showing off.
Yeah.
And I've seen them enjoy some enrichment. They're quite active. Those habitats that you all will be contributing to will be really, really great for those Bobs. But as you've seen with Meeko and Ripley when we introduced them, the facility they were coming from previously did not look anything like this.
Rip.
And so they've gotten consistent food, a nice big Bobcat sized space, warm heated dens, all thanks to you.
Yep, that's exactly right. Everyone's had their intake exams. This would actually be the first time we've seen Ripley on a live post since her intake exam in Spay. So as you can see, her recovery is going swimmingly, and happy to see that, obviously.
Meeko, you can tell Meeko and Ripley apart just while we have them here. Meeko has a little bit more of a furrowed brow. He is bigger than Ripley. Ripley is a little more slender than Meeko, and she's been the one rolling in all the fun enrichment so far. Meeko's been more keen on saying hi.
Yeah. But welcome, everyone. Happy Giving Tuesday to all. Today we are officially introducing 3 new rescues here to the Wildcat Sanctuary, with Canada Lynx, Meeko, and Ripley being the ambassador of those 3 new rescues. We're talking about 3 Bobcats, Kaya, Bonnie, and Clyde. We're going to be introducing them to you throughout the day. I'm sure many of you already subscribed to our e-newsletter and have probably learned about all 3. That's one of the great things about our e-newsletters. We kind of parse things out on social media and piecemeal it all, but you can get everything in one dose in the e-newsletter.
Yes, and
hey,
we were just...
Barton, thanks for those 25 stars too. I wanted to also do this, Olivia. Leave it to, Tammy always, she's had a good influence on me, but one thing we're driving today with these cats, Olivia, is hoping to gain sponsor parents for them. That's an integral part of kind of setting our rescues out on a successful Wild at Heart life. And, definitely understandable that the cost to sponsor something like a Bobcat is maybe not affordable for everyone. It's about $250. So maybe, just maybe, Olivia, through the power of a grassroots effort, I'm maybe hoping to raise $250 on this post, which would cover the cost of a sponsorship for either 3 of those Bobcats. And again, maybe it's not somebody taking on the whole cost themselves. We certainly appreciate those who are going to sponsor any of those 3 Bobs. But maybe we can come together as, a bunch of drops can make an ocean, Olivia. And I think we can make a $250 sponsorship difference for one of those 3 bobs. So that's my little goal and initiative for our live post.
I think that's a fantastic initiative. And I think sponsorships are the best way you can help on this Giving Tuesday. We've had a lot of rescues this past year, and we want Bonnie, Clyde, and Kaya to feel just as part of the family as all of the other cats here. And you've done a great job with that, with rescues like Meeko and Ripley. What do you think? What do you think, Ripley? Meeko is being the observant one. Ripley is ready to play.
And you have the longest, most graceful stride, Ripley. I can't deny it.
And like you said, she had her intake exam. All these cats have had their intake exams, which your support has helped, even beyond just today, Giving Tuesday. But Ripley and Meeko have moved on to this quarantine yard. And soon, I know, Meeko.
See what Meeko's doing. He says, I got a good ray of sunshine over here.
Let's go.
I'll let Miss Ripley keep on cruising. She thinks we have some chicken pieces or beef pieces hidden in our pockets. Is that what it is?
What do you think?
Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah.
Meeko, this is quite a space for you, huh? Yeah. Hi, you two.
Hey, you two.
Let's get into the comments. I've not been doing a good job of that.
What the folks are doing, Olivia. Hey, Faith Warner.
Yes, all of the cats that we are talking about are roughly 2 years old, including these 2 Canada lynx here, Meeko and Ripley.
Yep, which is, kind of unfortunately how the situation unfolded is that the person who was running this breeding facility, the authorities deemed it as a contraband case and not as a cruelty case, which means that he was given time to release the animals himself. But tragically, with him wanting to keep some of the animals and legally having the right because, quote unquote, they had just reached breeding age. So you can imagine that all these cats are the same age because they had the same purpose to make more of them for them to be profited off of in unfortunate and sinister ways. So I think when you look at the age of all these cats and realize that they're the same age, and you look at the type of facility they came from, I think it really just puts an extra kind of emphasis on really kind of the tragedy of all of this and how fortunate that these cats are here.
Very well said, Judson. I'm enjoying these two. Yeah. They have found a sunspot, like you said.
A little sunshine.
Lots of comments on their feet. I know. Canada lynx feet. You can't help but notice them. And, of course, the ear tufts, too.
And we're talking about Bobcats, too, today, Olivia. What's, kind of a difference if we were with Bonnie and Clyde versus Miss Meeko and Ripley here? What are some of the differences between the two?
Well, just between Bobcats and lynxes, they are in the same genus, if you want to talk science. Science. But these two are in the same genus, so that's why they have similarities like those black ear tufts, the black tip tails. But as far as Meeko, Ripley, Kaya, Bonnie, Clyde, and their personalities, you're going to see differences in Bonnie and Clyde with their more passive personality. Is Thane over here? We'll come check in with Thane as I'm talking about the differences between all the animals. This is a serval.
He says, I may not be a bobcat, but I can still be a representative.
I know.
As to how awesome you guys are to rescues like me. Yeah.
I know. Another one of our new rescues. So many.
Yeah, Mr. Social Boy.
But yes, Bobcats, Bonnie, Clyde, Kaya, they are a little more active than Meeko and Ripley. But everybody's really settling in. I think a lot of that has to do with they were underfed when coming here. And now that everybody has full bellies, they're getting in those winter coats. Everybody's mellowing out a bit. But Bonnie and Clyde are a more mellow pair. Kaya's definitely the most spicy and active. But you'll notice similarities between all 5 of these cats, since they are also native species to Minnesota. And I'll go back over to Thane because he wants to be showcased on this live post.
Thane, I think you're about as excitable and playful as they come. He just knocked his egg around. He's strutting his stuff for me. He's been strutting his stuff for Meeko and Ripley. Thane, we've we come to know as probably one of our most social servals ever. He gets a lot of his cup filled from spending time with humans, and we're sure to make sure that he gets that. Yeah. Yeah, and he says, I'll tell you what also fills my cup, or more like my belly, is a delicious chicken.
Yeah.
And some beef.
And I think he's enjoying his neighbors, too,
Yes,
Meeko and Ripley.
Handsome man.
But we've been talking about a lot of cats today, and the 3 new Bobcats, which we've not shown in this live post just because they're in an area of the sanctuary that can struggle with Wi-Fi. But, like I said, stay close today as we introduce them and their personalities, share more photos and videos. And Meeko and Ripley have been good representatives today, I think.
So, too. I'm glad that we've got to spend some time with these two, and exactly right, Olivia. We've seen a lot of feline faces on today's live post, but on this Giving Tuesday, obviously it's about helping all of the cats here, but in particular our 3 new official members of our Wild at Heart family, Kaya, Bonnie, and Clyde.
And this is the first time Meeko and Ripley have been on a live, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fitting. I like it. Yes.
It is. And you know, it's kind of like we talk about. This is just the beginning of an amazing journey, and we're fortunate for those who have already stepped up to help cats like these 3, and for those who want to step up again, or maybe step up for the first time and make a difference for a rescue here.
And also, Judson made a good point earlier. We'd like to raise $250 on this live post. And so we'd love to see that today for Giving Tuesday. That will go towards the care of all 3 Bobcats, the equivalent of a Bobcat sponsorship. Oh, you got me, Ripley. I know.
Ripley, yeah.
You're learning. That's good, Ripley. She told me off. If you missed that, she said, back up a bit. Back up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, thanks for a reminder of that goal, Olivia. And you know, Giving Tuesday may be a little different than something like we just came off of Give to the Max, where donations were matched. Today is not a matching fundraiser, but it doesn't mean that you guys still aren't going to have an impact on these cats. And just, you know, never ever overstate how thankful we are for your support. And again, coming off of a fundraiser like Give to the Max. So just a plain old and simple thank you for your guys' generosity during times like today.
Absolutely. Well, I think Ripley is giving us our cue.
Yeah, well, and I'm also, I have to say, you know, I feel like people are always asking about, you know, favorites, you know, favorite this, favorite that. Well, I can say that Ripley's name might be one of my favorite names that we have here at the sanctuary. Caretaker Elise, who I mentioned, she was not only on this rescue, but was one of the primary caretakers for these cats when they were in formal quarantine. She's a big fan of the Alien series, and I often talk about the Alien series with her, and I told her, I said, Elise, it is just plain wrong that there is not been a cat that has come here and you haven't named Ripley yet. And Ripley named after Sigourney Weaver in that series. So a very strong feminine character for a very strong feminine lynx.
Yes, it is a very, very fitting name for her.
Yeah, just strafing around. She says, I'm the girl boss here. Look out, Mr. Meeko.
And speaking of names, since we have been talking about Bonnie, Clyde, and Kaya, obviously Bonnie and Clyde are a famous historical duo, and I'd say that they definitely live up to those iconic names. And Kaya, I believe, was Tammy's first domestic cat?
That's
correct. Okay.
That's correct.
So lots of meaning in those names as well.
Yeah.
And Meeko, your name was chosen by our staff and interns.
Yeah, I think that's a great name for you, hairy dude. Yeah, that's my head hitting the tree back here. That's what that noise is. That's what that noise is. Well, cool, Olivia. I'm glad we got some time with the folks, and we obviously want to do our best to get the cats on camera, but we appreciate everyone's patience with, wanting to get our messaging across while still, unfortunately, not being able to go and see the 3 new Bobs because they're in a place where the internet gets the best of us. But glad, like I said, we could get our messaging across. We could talk about those 3 new Bobs and hopefully get everyone excited about welcoming them to their forever home.
Absolutely. I know I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Ripley. You are very...
Meeko. This is Meeko.
Oh my gosh, holy buckets.
Mr. Meeko.
I gotta admit, every time I had been running through the 3 Bobs names and then intermixing the Lynx names, it's a
lot.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mouthful, but I'm maybe one flub at the end. I can handle that. Olivia.
That's okay. It's okay. All right. Well,
happy Giving Tuesday,
yes,
everyone.
I know.
Yeah, I don't mean to step on your toes here.
That's
Olivia.
exactly what I was going to say, so that works for me.
Happy Giving Tuesday. Stay close today where we continue to meet these 3 new Bobs and just celebrate all that your support makes possible for these cats.
Thank you, everyone.
Cold fingers, Olivia.